Me look like I could do it, starting with a squat. That was the first week.
A squat?
Just one squat. Was the Lesson one.
Going on when he appeared in public and when he spoke in public. We talked at the beginning about characters being revealed through the way they negotiate.
It does. Stella and I have just done a big project together, launching the first green carpet collection, which is, she's the first.
And I can't. And nothing had any effect. All the fruit you could think of. Tropical. Jones and everyone at GQ, thank you very much. Stanley, we need to talk. Thank you.
The answer is yes. And make sure you guys check out our brand new merchandise store. Merchandising, it's tpublic.com/schmoes. He's not just puffing his chest out because he got half of the run.
Because I just thought, if he moisturizes, I'm telling everybody. And I think I could harm his award season.
Moisture? That's true.
It is, isn't it?
I actually am drawn to flying. I like to fly airplanes, and I like to do that because it's sitting down.
That's right. We don't like to stand up, do we?
It's
circumstances. I mean, more than 100,000 people died in slavery on that railway. And the extremes of torture were really unfathomable. And so this... I would sit down in front of the TV for a while, and then getting out of the chair was a problem. You know,
sure,
I'd sort of imagined I was this sort of superhero, and then... Yes, and Gary is very much alive, and I think he's doing the best performance of his life, and I think he should be on his 7th Oscar win already. I don't want to see him join the ranks of great... I campaigned quite hard against Stanley getting this job. And very little of what he said is true. There was one crowd who studied and were, you know, achieving things, and the other crowd were off sort of hot wiring cars and taking drugs.
And so you were sort of...
Which I like to think was my reflexes.
Yes,
you know?
And probably that's one thing we can all learn, isn't it?
Yeah,
ultimately, the best way out of it is the back door.
Number 2, we could...
The man who got you released.
I've never met a tailor before, but I know you ain't one.
Come with me.
It almost became that right now, by the way. All right, when you're trying to get your computer to...
And the Oscar goes to...
Kind. He's a great father to me, always been a good father to me. He stole women's hearts when he first appeared.
Very little of what he said is true, although I feel almost erotically flattered by most of it. Discreet, whenever possible.
That is very
Blink
funny.
and you'll miss it. So the Katie Couric theme is
That's
very...
Seidler, who made it happen, and all the principal actors were nominated for Academy Awards. Geoffrey Rush had won once before.
What?
Look too closely at what one deserves. Instead, to indulge one's gratitude, which goes in the direction of Dylan Jones and
Brad Allen, we had Ruda Weber, who's the 6 times Thai boxing world champion, Damien Walters, Olympic gold medalist, a gymnast, my own...
Love is in the air, everywhere I look around. Love is in the air.
I didn't know what this, armpit. Yes. Pit stop. Yes. Pit stop. Go. Pit stop. There you go. Oh my God, what is that?
Opens on Thursday. He is an absolute delight to talk to, is Colin Firth. I want to know what you think about the movie. I thought it was a great romp with one bit dodgy scene. But I'd like to know what you think. I won't give anything away.
Close to 50 or over 50, and just like what Tom Cruise is able to do, he does it in this movie, and his delivery is great. I believe he's in the Secret Service, so it's the King's. It's so impressive, and Tinker...
And we also learned that my tattoo goes all the way around to my pee-pee. Good night, everybody.
Thank you to say thank you for being here, Triumph. I'm so excited. Thank you. So here's how the game works. Colin, you'll start the game by pressing start on this buzzer right here, and then draw.
Not only do I love this movie, and I'm going to see it again. Me too. Is such a believable action star in a way. When you see him do this stuff, it's not just like with.
Not be told, and there's a particular individual whose story this is. He was a man named Eric Lomax who was captured in Singapore in 1940.
List of gymnast, my own trainer Ed Chow's a Taekwondo Olympic coach, and Rick English, who's best stuntman in England, and these guys were all there.
Does that enter your head?
No. Well, I mean, I had an encounter, and I was actually, while I was training for this, I'd done months of this. We're doing 3 hours a day, every day for months.
But right now! No, we felt very uncomfortable about disemboweling people.
Yes, hey, it's a long time ago. Shut up.
No, it's,
In the clash between His Royal Highness and an Australian commoner who became the King's salvation, an unknown speech therapist named Lionel Logue. Interested?
Manners maketh man.
Have trouble.
No, it was, I had some great friends there, and I had some people who weren't. And so it was intense, and I suppose I... A was an actor, B was an Englishman, C, 9 years her senior.
Mated from below the neck. But no, he wanted me to do, because of that, because he felt people wouldn't really buy the idea, I had to do my own work.
Because I'm trying to figure a way of getting to the commercial break in the most awkward manner possible.
Absolutely. In the production credits, I saw a familiar name. What would that name be?
Harvey Weinstein.
I have great admiration for Harvey Weinstein and his brother Bob.
Ein Star für die Welt. Oxfam-Botschafter, der findet deutliche Worte. Eine europäische Kuh ist mehr wert als ein afrikanischer.
For people, and so that was the depth of how it manifested itself. So he went to find the guy.